Hello, yogis. How are you? It's Courtney from Grand Park. Welcome to your Yoga Ala retreat. I'm really glad you're here, and I'm really glad we can gather like this. Today, I want to come back to a concept that I teach a lot, only because I think I need to hear it too. I think it's a really valuable concept in yoga philosophy, and it's a concept called ahimsa, which translates as peace, nonviolence, kindness. And I don't know how you're feeling out there, but the world feels very polarized right now. I'm even in like a really intense dialogue with a coworker, and everything just feels like we're not even having conversations anymore. We're kind of slugging through with our ideas of things and how we want them to be, and I just want to encourage us to think of this concept today, because yoga is all about internalizing these concepts so that we practice them with other people. So this concept in the yamas is an ask to approach ourselves with kindness first, so that we can go out into the world with kindness and softness for others. Does this sound like something we can do together today? So let's come to find our tall spine. So settling your hips down, rising your beautiful heart up. Let's actually start with our hands on our hearts. Send your shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes and see if you can feel the beat of your own heart. And if you don't feel it, put a little bit more general and gentle pressure into your chest. See if you can allow the rhythm of your own heart to draw you into yourself, to draw you into this moment, to allow you to arrive to your practice. And then maybe we can just all acknowledge our hearts as full of love and full of kindness, even though we forget sometimes. And today is going to be about remembering the kindness of our own hearts. So settle your hands back down on your thighs. And maybe you want to work with the word kindness today. I'm going to keep saying kind, but if there's another word that helps you feel a sense of peace and ease, so it could be peace, it could be ease, it could be soft, it could be gentle. So I'm going to keep asking us to come back to the word kindness, but just know that you can pick a word for yourself to help internalize this concept. So sitting up tall in our spines, let's start to breathe with the quality of kind, or breathe with the quality of soft, or whatever it is that this word stirs up in you. So can you start to breathe a softer breath, a kinder breath, a more peaceful breath? Let that fill the shape of your body. So taking inhales through your nose, releasing soft, kind exhales through your nose, breathing in this sense of kindness, exhaling through your nose a sense of kindness. Take a couple more on your own. And then if your eyes are closed, start to flutter them open. And let's start in a child's pose today. So knees come wide, big toes come together to touch. Sink your hips back to your heels. And if for whatever reason child's pose isn't comfortable for you, you could stay seated. Maybe you want to stack something underneath your forehead so the forehead rests down. It could be your fists, it could be a pillow. If your hips don't reach your heels, you could put a blanket or a pillow underneath your hips. Allow your body to be heavy with kindness, with softness, with breath, with ease. So let it all sink down here. Keep breathing with the quality of kind. of peace, of soft, of ease, whatever it is you're working with. And just know in practice today, I really encourage us all to come back to this pose anytime you need it. Anytime you notice that you're being forceful with yourself, that you're pushing yourself too hard, please come back here. Regain your breath, regain that sense of peace and ease. And this is really the practice to me. So finding your way up to hands and knees, unless you need more rest, please take it. Fingers are spread wide, hands are underneath shoulders, knees are stacked underneath hips. Let your belly drop, let your heart rise through. Exhale, press into your knuckles, round in your upper back. Can you move with the quality of kind? Inhale, let the belly drop, let the heart rise. Exhale, curl everything up and in. 2 more rounds. Inhale, belly drops, heart rises. Exhale, curl everything up and in. Inhale, belly drops, heart rises. Exhale, everything curls up and in. Find your neutral spine, walk your hands, one handprint forward, tuck your toes. We'll send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. So heels are reaching down, knees are bent. Find this to be a kind pose, so don't feel like you have to get your heels down or straighten the legs. Lift up out of your shoulders, press the weight forward into the knuckles, reach your heart for your thighs. Notice if you're holding your head up, let your head be full of ease. Let the breath start to fill into this shape. Soften your jaw. And then from here, walk your hands back to your feet. Find yourself in a forward fold with as much bend and kindness and ease in the backs of the legs as you need today. Let your head go. Option to have your arms grasped in opposite arm to opposite elbow or fingertips dangle. And then pressing down into your feet, start to rise yourself up to a standing position. So arms come out to the sides, hands come out, heart is reaching up, shoulders melting down. We're going to start to connect more breath with more movement. Can you keep filling each shape and moving with a sense of kindness and ease? So let your exhale fall out. Inhale, rise your arms up with the word, with the quality of kindness. Exhale, fold your beautiful heart into your thighs. Let your head be soft with kindness. Inhale, rise your heart forward. Exhale, send your heart for your thighs. Release your head. Inhale, rise your arms tall to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart. 2 more rounds, moving with kindness and ease. Inhale, rise your arms. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Inhale, heart reaches forward, shoulders melt back. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Inhale, rise your arms tall to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart. Last one like this. Inhale, rise your arms. Exhale, fold your heart to your thighs, forward fold. Inhale, reach your heart forward, flat-ish back. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, rise your arms tall to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart. Let's take the feet and the heels together. So finding our way to chair pose on our next inhale. So challenging pose for a lot of us. Keep your hips reaching back. Keep sinking into your thighs. Send your arms up by your ears. And here's a great place to practice kindness, right? So notice if you're tensing, notice if you're gripping. Can you be soft and easeful in a difficult moment, especially in a difficult moment? Can you fill the shape with a sense of openness and ease? On your next exhale, forward fold. We're going to walk our hands out and our feet back for a plank pose. So here's another pose that can be maybe labeled as challenging or difficult. Can you press into your knuckles, lift up out of your shoulders, send your shoulders away from your ears, heels reaching back, belly scooping up and in, soft, easeful breaths. Or if that's not happening, don't force it. Place your knees down, soften into the experience. Be nice and kind to yourself. Teach yourself how to be kind to yourself so that you share that feeling with others. Hips come up and back, downward facing dog. So we'll take a couple breaths here. Remembering child's pose is always an option when I say down dog. Let's walk our hands back for our feet again. Find yourself in that forward fold with as much bend as you need in your knees. And then kindly start to stack your spine on top of itself, finding yourself in a stand. We're going to sink the hips down and back again, chair pose. Draw your hands into your heart. We're going to cross the left elbow up and over the right thigh. So the palms are pressing together. The heart is reaching for the palms. Are you being kind to yourself here? Can you soften something? Can you find some ease in it, even when it's hard? Can you just try your best and not beat yourself up about it? On your next inhale, maybe chair pose, maybe release to a forward fold for a little relief. If you need it, please take care. Draw your hands back to your heart. Right elbow crosses up and over the left thigh. Press your prayer together. Keep reaching your hips back for the back of your mat or the floor. Find a couple soft, easeful breaths, even when the thighs are shaking. Soften your jaw. Settle your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale back to your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Take your hands down to the mat, finding our way to plank. So this is going to be our last plank, I promise. We're going to hold it though. Press down into your knuckles, heels reaching back. If today this is just not what you feel is going to support what you need right now, tap your knees down, be easeful, be kind. Take care of yourself. You don't have to do all these poses. You don't have to do every single moment of life. You can take a breath, you can take a break. On your exhale, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps for right hand, back foot spins flat. Let's find our way up to a warrior one. So all the things I usually say. Right hip reaching back, outer edge of your back foot pressing down. Rise your arms up to the sky. Settle into the shape, steady your gaze. Can you find peace and ease, even when it's a little challenging, even when things are feeling a little hard? One more big, beautiful breath. And then exhale, hands come down, step it back, plank to your downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot steps forward, back foot spins flat. Press down to rise up. So left hip is reaching back. Outer edge of right foot is pressing down. Arms are rising up from your shoulders. Shoulders are settling down from ears. Steady your gaze. How can you make this experience more peaceful, more soft, more easeful, more kind? One more inhale here. And then exhale, hands come down, plank to your downward facing dog. So from here, step your right foot in between your hands. So we're going to find our way to a warrior two pose. So we're going to cartwheel the arms up, arms reach out from the sides, settle and sink into your right hip. Take your arms as far out from your shoulders. Settle your shoulders away from your ears. Peace and ease here, even when maybe the thigh is still working. On your next inhale, left arm comes back, right arm reaches tall. Take a couple breaths into your reverse warrior. And then exhale, hands come down to frame right foot. Step back to your downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, finding your way to a warrior one pose. So the left hip is reaching back, and then let's find our way to warrior two. So sinking the hips down, extending your arms out from your shoulders. Settle in, find your sense of peace and ease. Remember child's pose if you're getting really tense from some strength work. So rejoin us whenever you're ready, whenever you've found a state of peace and ease. And if you want to stay in child's pose the whole class, I totally get it. So the right hand comes down, left arm reaches tall to the sky, reverse warrior. Send your heart up as you send your shoulders down away from your ears. Find your way, warrior two. And then let's all extend the left leg straight. We're gonna come into a forward fold. So the feet are like 3-4 feet from each other. Toes come in, heels come out. Find a little buoyancy in your knees and come to fold yourself in half. So maybe the hands come underneath the shoulders on the earth. If they don't reach, you could put a blanket or a pillow or something underneath your hands. Really let your head be soft here. So notice if you're kind of holding the neck up, the neck doesn't need to work right now. The jaw doesn't need to work right now. Your cheekbones don't need to work right now. Settle into your breath. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, press down to rise all the way up. We're gonna add a little shoulder work to our forward fold. So option one, if you just wanna come into a fold again, totally fine. If you'd like to add a little opening for the shoulders, interlace your hands, keep some bend in your elbows, send your heart up, reach your interlace away from your heart, and then on your next exhale, send your heart for the floor and reach your arms up and overhead. So remember, toes are slightly in, heels are slightly out, head and neck are released. Maybe remember the word that you're working with, so kindness. How can you make this shape more kind? Maybe you bend your elbows. Maybe you take your hands down to the earth. Maybe you soften and deepen the breath. From here, without slingshotting the hands, release your hands back down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, press all the way up to stand. Heel toe your feet together. Let's stand in our Tadasana, mountain pose. So standing, maybe there's some energy swirling through the body. Can you stand in yourself? Feel and regain a sense of peace and ease. Take a couple more breaths, just breathing into yourself as you are right now. Okay, from here we're going to come to legs up the wall. To me, the instant way to find peace and ease these days. I was talking to a friend of mine and she said she's coming into this pose every night after work because she just needs to regroup herself. So if you know how to do it, get into it. If you're new, welcome, and here's how you're going to get into legs up the wall. So one of the hips is going to come to a wall, or a closet door is a really nice kind of option if you don't have a lot of wall space in your dwelling. And then we're gonna come down to the elbows. So we're tucked in as close to the wall as is possible. It's really important to get in close to the wall so that we don't have to scoot in once we get into it. From here, send your legs up the wall. So you're in an L pose. And if your hips are way far away from the wall, tuck yourself back in and try to do the little movement once again, because we don't want to kind of be having to like work our low back and scrunch our low back to get into the shape. So from here, listen to whatever's happening in the backs of the legs. So maybe you need to bend your knees a little bit. It's very normal to feel tingles here. So if you feel some like sensations in your legs, totally fine. If it starts to feel like it's too much or not right, bend your knees and place the soles of your feet to the wall. So from here, find whatever placement with the hands feels good to you. So sometimes it feels good to me to have my hands on my body. Sometimes I take my arms way out and just take up space. Listen to what your body is asking of you right now. And then maybe close your eyes, settle into however this feels. So this is what we call in yoga a restorative pose. See if you can allow that restoration. Maybe even repeat the word kindness or softness or whatever it is you're working with this concept of ahimsa. Allow that word to fill this shape. We're going to be here for a few minutes. I'm going to be quiet, and then I'll call us back in 3 minutes to move on to what's next. So just reminding us all to be in a state of ease, of peace. We have about another minute. Stay connected to that feeling within yourself. See if you can really know that part of yourself. So from here, start to slide your feet down the wall. So you bend the knees, soles of the feet come against the wall, the closet, the dresser, whatever you're using. And then rolling over to one side, making a little pillow for your head with your inner arm. And then using your free hand to press yourself up, let's find our way onto our backs. So we're going to come in to stack the soles of the feet underneath the knees. The low back is touching the earth. Rise your right foot tall to the sky and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you have a figure 4 in your legs. We're getting into the right hip and we're going to create some soft opening, so some peaceful, easeful opening. So listen to yourself here. So if here in this pose you feel already a stretch in your right hip, please stay. If you have more room to explore or you don't feel anything in your right hip, send your left knee to your left shoulder. Thread your right hand through and find the interlace of your hands below your left knee or to the back of your left thigh. Keep your low back on the mat. So if the low back came up, please tap your left foot down to the earth. We're going to take 5 breaths into our right hip. So remember, we're approaching our hip with a sense of peace and ease. Let your exhale fall out. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 1. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 2. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 3. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 4. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 5. Release out. Right foot comes to earth. Next, inhale, left foot raises. Left ankle crosses right thigh. Figure 4 on this side. See what's going on this hip. So what's happening in your left hip? It might be different than what was just happening in your right hip. So option 1 is to stay here. If the hips can stay on the mat, rise your left knee for your right knee for your right shoulder, thread your left hand through and find an interlace either below your right knee or to the back of your right thigh. And then we'll take 5 deep, soft, easeful breaths into our left hip. So let your exhale fall out. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 1. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 2. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 3. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 4. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, that's 5. Release out, replace your right foot down. From here, come to find a comfortable position on your back. So it might be with the knees stacked underneath, or with the feet stacked underneath the knees. If your low back is sensitive, you might want to lay your feet out, place your palms out to the sides or by the body. We're gonna come in for a series of breaths together. I'm gonna come up to the camera to talk us through those breaths. So we're gonna do 3 deep inhales through the nose, and then we're gonna exhale the exhale from the mouth. So go ahead and let your exhale fall out of your body. Through your nose, inhale to your belly and pause. Through your nose, inhale to your heart and pause. Through your nose, inhale to the top of your head and pause. From your mouth, sigh the breath out. 2 more times. Inhale, breath to your belly and pause. Inhale, breath to your heart and pause. Inhale, breath to the top of your head and pause. From your mouth, sigh the breath out. Inhale, breath to the belly and pause. Inhale, breath to your heart and pause. Inhale, breath to the very top of your head and pause. From your mouth, sigh the breath out. And then come to allow the breath to fill back into the shape of your body. See if there's anything you can do to find more space around your neck. So maybe thinking of sending the shoulders away from your ears, maybe tucking the chin into the chest slightly. I'm going to guide us through a guided meditation now. For those of you who are new to this, you're going to stay as you are on your back. I'm just going to talk us through releasing tension in the body. So I invite you here to close your eyes if they're not already, to allow yourself to go inside the depths of yourself. And I want you to think of a color that feels like peace, that feels like ease, that feels like kindness. There's no right or wrong color. Pick whatever color first popped into your mind. And we're going to paint this color. We're going to wash this color through the body, releasing tension, opening, creating softness. So starting with the soles of the feet, brush this color across the bottoms of your feet, across your toes, the tops of your feet, and your ankles. Allow that color to release the feet, almost like you were wearing a really soft, cozy pair of socks. Painting this color up your shins, the backs of your calves. Painting this color across your knee joints, the backs of your knees. Allowing this soft color to come up the back of your thigh, the front of your thigh. Painting this soft, easeful color across your hips and your low back. So your entire lower body is opening, is soft, is easeful. We'll start to paint this soft, easy color across our bellies, releasing tension, opening, softening. Painting this color across your low back and your mid back. Painting this color across your upper back and the tops of your shoulders. Painting this soft, easeful color across your collarbones, across your beautiful heart, down your arms to your elbows, to your wrists and your palms, to each one of your fingers, so that the hands are open, easeful, soft, arms, elbow joints, shoulders melting away from ears. Paint this soft color across your throat, across the back of your neck, painting a sense of ease across your jawline, your lips. Let your tongue be heavy of this color of ease and peace. Maybe even imagine breaths that are coming in and out of your nose as breathing in this soft, peaceful color. Maybe allow the quality of sound to come in and out of your ears in the softness of this color. Painting this color below your eyes, across your eyelids, letting your eyelashes be heavy of this color, letting your eyebrows fill of this color, painting this color across your forehead, maybe even allowing it to sink into your thoughts. So as thoughts come, they're just soft thoughts that pass by the sky of your mind. Painting this color to the top of your head, down each little piece of your hair. And just seeing yourself as an embodiment of this peaceful color. Allowing this color to fill your skin, to sink through your skin, to your bones, to your muscles, to the very center of your being. Really just taking some soft, gentle breaths into the experience of peace, into the experience of ease. And from here, we'll take a couple minutes of Shavasana, final rest. See if you can stay in the experience of what your body feels like. So really just witnessing the body in space as a being who knows how to be peaceful and easy. Starting to take back in the softest, most easeful breaths that you can. Allowing those soft breaths to fill the entire shape of your body. Starting to find some very gentle movements. So the softest, most peaceful little wiggles or softening or sways. Maybe finding a final big stretch by taking the arms up and overhead. And then no rush at all, but finding yourself over to your right side, making a little pillow for your head with your inner arm. Feel your heaviness, your connection to earth. And from that place of the earth, press yourself back up to a comfortable seat, just like we started. And in our theme of kindness, I just want to finish with a listening meditation today. So we have about 5 minutes left of class. For our listening meditation, I'm going to read a poem called Kindness. And this isn't a yoga poem. This is my favorite poem. It's by a poet named Naomi Shihab Nye. And I want you to really use this moment as a moment to tune into yourself through listening, through hearing these beautiful words about what kindness is. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go, so you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to mail letters and purchase bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere, like a shadow or a friend. So, your task, my friends, is to share this feeling that you have created within yourself with someone else today. So our energies are contagious, just like anger or frustration is contagious. When walls go up, it's contagious. Kindness might be the thing that's necessary. So can we all try to be a little bit more kinder? I'm going to try my hardest too. Let's draw our hands in a gesture of prayer at the heart. Bow your chin into your chest. Release your shoulders away from your ears. The light in me acknowledges the light in all your kind, beautiful hearts. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Please be kind to yourself. And please use that knowing of kindness within yourself to recognize and give it to others. See you next time. I hope you're healthy and well, and I miss you all that I usually see in the park. Namaste.